Balance in video games is always a contentious issue, and players are quick to voice their opinions on any changes developers make, especially when it affects them personally. When something is made weaker in a video game, we call it a nerf. But where did that expression come from, and why has the term gained such massive popularity? To find out, we have to travel back in time to 1997.
The easiest just got easier.
Instant messages.
I can customize my email.
My niece sent me a picture.
If you have a phone line, you can be online.
It's the easiest way to keep up with old friends.
Everyone I know is on it.
It's hard to overstate how different the internet was back then. About 37% of American households had home computers, and only 18% of them had internet access. Along with the first cloned sheep, Star Fox 64, and 56K modems, 1997 saw the release of Ultima Online, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMORPG. It was a new breed of game, one that offered possibilities unlike its predecessors. And because of the persistent world, it also had to adapt to its players.
It was very broken upon launch. And one of the first things is we're here scrambling to catch up with stuff. We realized that people are both really upset and really passionate about being there. You know, if they were upset enough, they could just quit and go away and go somewhere else. But these people weren't quitting and going away.
They cared.
They cared. They were in the game, protesting in the game.
At one point in Ultima Online, swords were toned down to be a little less effective. The response from some players was that they felt like Nerf weapons instead of actual blades. The term Nerf soon became shorthand for anything that was rendered less effective due to a game update, and it makes a lot of sense. It's easier to say it was nerfed instead of saying balance changes made my character weaker or something like that. But it's easy to forget that there was a time when nerfs were a lot more difficult to implement. Titles like Street Fighter 3, which had long-lived competitive scenes, had to release completely new versions of the game to change anything. Even so, the last version of the game, Third Strike, had two extremely overpowered characters in Ken and Chun-Li. Had Capcom been able to patch the game, would we have seen the ever-iconic Evo Moment 37? Ken and Chun-Li would have been obvious targets for nerfs, so who knows? Today, the internet has made patching games easier than ever. That means games can be updated more frequently, but it also means that nerfs are inescapable.
Well, fuck that.
The fact that balance changes are not always explained, and that developers often have differing views of a game's balance than players, has also led to the term's development as a meme. In early League of Legends, the champion Aurelia was nerfed over and over, while other champions, perceived as stronger, weren't changed as quickly. This gave rise to the meme, "Better Nerf Aurelia," a sarcastic response to basically anything, implying that Riot would nerf the champion for illogical reasons, or even no reason at all, rather than nerfing the champions that needed it. Sometimes though, memes don't represent reality. Though Better Nerf Aurelia stuck around, the champion didn't actually suffer that many nerfs after the early years of LoL, a fact that TSM's TheOddOne discovered on stream.
It's like, you always nerf us. When was the last time Aurelia's even been nerfed? I'm gonna go look it up. Let's go look it up right now. What? What? She hasn't even been fucking nerfed. Holy shit, Aurelia players are geniuses. Like, she doesn't even get fucking nerfed. These are all been buffs.
Some game developers, like Blizzard Entertainment, haven't shied away from community sensitivity around character balancing. In Overwatch, they've even gone as far as acknowledging it in-game with self-referential humor. I reached out to Hasbro to find out how they felt about the Nerf trademark being used to describe things that were made worse. Unsurprisingly, they didn't respond, although I did find a Nerf dart in my driveway the other day. So there you have it, nerfs. Now an inescapable fact of gaming life. Here's to hoping none are headed your way, unless you're a Jace player, in which case, fuck you. Okay, how was that?
Pretty good, but Hasbro send their regards.
You got nerfed.
Thanks for watching. If you want more great content, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Do you want to see it?
I have eye drops.
Do I want to see it? Yes, I want to see it.
Once his vision comes back, he'll see it.